It rained for NBA charities. The Mavericks have racked up $175,000 in fines just this postseason from their bench. Now, last night during warm-ups, a referee asked Theo Pinson to change the color of his warm-up shirt. Check out the interaction.
Do me a favor. Is this a crazy? Can you change your color shirt? Thank you. Will you? I appreciate it. Yeah. Why? Because it's the same color as them and you're going to be in the way. If you could do that for me. Yeah. I'd even buy it for you.
All right. You buy it for me.
It don't match. This don't match anyway.
You buy it for me, I'll do it.
I got you. You give it to me, send me the bill.
The official asked extremely nicely. Shannon, what do you think? Big deal or not a big deal?
It's not a big deal. Skip, look, guys are always standing up on the bench looking to see somebody get crossed over, somebody hit a three. The only concerns that I have, Skip, if you're standing close, Skip, you know guys shoot threes and they step back and be careful not to step on someone's ankle. You step on someone's ankle, the NBA, and the guy twists his ankle, they're shooting the three, and it's the visiting team or the opposing team, the fine needs to be $3 million. Because that seems the only way they're going to get your attention. These $25,000, $50,000 fines, that doesn't seem to be getting... Skip, I don't have a problem because if you notice every time somebody shoots a shot, they look back because clearly somebody has said something to get the guy's attention. Miss it, you bum, you self-check, whatever the case may be. My only concern, Skip, is a guy shooting a shot and he steps on someone's ankle as he steps back. We saw Steph get tangled up last night, Skip, shooting a shot, and he ends up tripping over something. That's my only concern. But I'm not changing my shirt. This is the outfit. Skip, last I checked, I don't know guys that's on the sideline and they bring 3 outfits just to sit on the bench. Now, maybe they do. Maybe they're that big into fashion. But what I come up in the game with, that's what I'm going to wear. Who cares if it's what we're wearing?
Wait a second. The Mavericks are notorious for standing up on the edge of the outer bounds, sometimes with feet barely inbounds. And if you allow one of the Mavericks to wear a white shirt that's going to blend in with the white jerseys of Golden State, you're literally going to have Warriors standing almost next to a guy in a white shirt. And what happened on Friday night, Steph threw it right to Theo Pinson over on the bench because he thought he was a Warrior.
Well, let me ask you a question. So what was the excuse that you used when he threw it out of bounds all them times in the NBA Finals?
Okay, but that's not the point. Dallas keeps pushing the envelope, pushing the rules. If you can't beat them, you got to cheat them because they've been fined. This has Mark Cuban's fingerprints all over it because he is the ultimate Maverick, as in Dallas Maverick. He doesn't care about getting fined, but they're going to push it because they're going to push the rules into the grayest of gray areas. And I got to tell you, the referees are not going to look kindly on this because Mark Davis is in fact, I respect him as much as anybody out there. And Theo Pinson, and it probably went right to the top of the Mavericks up through, obviously, Jason Kidd to Mark Cuban. They just said, no, we're not going to change the color of his T-shirt. And he just wore a white T-shirt, which made him look like a white jerseyed Golden State Warrior. Congratulations.
I mean, but here's the thing. How about this? If you're on the bench, stay in your seats. No standing up, no cheering, no ML Carr. Skip, because you remember how ML Carr used to have the towel and he was damn near on the court, waving the towel, cheering on the Celtics. So if you're on the bench, stay in your seat. We're going to do that for universal. It's going to be universal.
Yeah.
How about that? How about we do that?
You got to sit, man. That's why there's a bench.
No. I'm standing up. I'm cheering my teammates on. And I'm going to be in the guy this. Miss, bum.
Shannon, the hype guy. All right, gentlemen. Will the Celtics come through as home favorites tonight? Stick around. That's coming up next. However, the Mavericks still down 3-0 against the Warriors. After last night's loss, Luka talked about how he still has room to grow. Take a listen.
Like I say, I'm still learning. I think the first 2 quarters, I played very bad. That's on me. But I'm still learning, and I think, after this season is done, whatever we are, I think I'm going to look back, and learn a lot of things. It's my first time in conference finals in the NBA. So I'm 23, man. I'm still learning a lot.
Shannon, we're putting you on the hot seat. Do you think Luka deserves a pass because he's only 23?
No, he doesn't deserve a pass, but it's understandable. I think what has happened, Skip, is that you was covering these guys. Bird and Magic ruined it for everybody. You get a 20-year-old come straight out of college, and he leads a team. He leads a team to the NBA championship, and he's Finals MVP. But what people fail to realize, Skip, is that he had the MVP of the league, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, on his team. At that time, you could make a case that Kareem was the greatest player to have played at that point in time. You could make that case. Jamal Wilkes is in the Basketball Hall of Fame. Norm Nixon was a very good player. And then you get Magic. Larry.
Yeah.
Larry had Kevin McHale, top 75 player. Robert Parrish, top 75 player. Nate Tiny Archibald, top 75 player. Cedric Cornbread Maxwell was the Finals MVP. Nate Archibald, Robert Parrish, and Larry Bird all finished in the top 10 in voting. Luka Doncic don't have a guy that's a top 300 player on his roster. Or I don't know if he's ever played with a top 300 guy since he's been into the league. So it's a very fine line, Skip. Luka knows I can score 40, but at what expense? Does me scoring 40, does that negate or get my teammates out of a rhythm, Skip? So that's the problem that he has. He's LeBron-esque because LeBron is more of a willing passer than Luka is. Luka, like, I can go get my points anytime I want to. But sometimes in doing that, Skip, guys are standing around, man, Luka doing that thing, ain't it? Yay! Yeah, but you're getting out of rhythm. So, Skip, he makes that's not an excuse now because you were 23 when you had that 19-point lead in game 2. You was 23. But, Skip, it is a fine line to learn how to play the game the right way all the time and eventually get your guy over the hump. And, Skip, guess what? Unless he gets more help at 24, 25, 26, it's not going to happen. The days of a superstar being able to drag, Skip, I don't believe you'll ever see another LeBron James. What he did in 2007, what he did in 2018, Skip, you're not going to see that again. These teams are too good. More teams than not, Skip, they got two really, really good players, if not great players. And one great guy can't overcome them. So for me, he is still learning. He's still trying to figure out that fine line between how much do I score, how much do I pass. But his problem is going to be, bruh, you got to at least pinch somebody. You got to do, Skip, come on, Skip. You just can't just a turnstile to the basket, Luka. I'm sorry, you can't. Because what's going to happen is that you're going to find guys that they can negate you. If you score 40 and he scores 33, you've done nothing. So he's young. He's 23 years of age. There are not very many 23-year-olds that's ever been better than he is. But, yes, Skip, it's not an excuse. But I understand what he's talking about.
All right. For once, I appreciate that you brought up your man, LeBron James, because I'm about to give your man, LeBron James, some love and respect that he deserves. LeBron was 22, not 23. He was 22 when he carried a team past the aging, failing Pistons, but he did it. He pulled it off with that Game 6 at Detroit, 48 points and what was it, double overtime. Way to go, LeBron. Yeah. Powered them into the finals. They got swept by the Spurs, but not one time do I ever remember LeBron James sitting at the post-game microphone saying, I'm only 22. I'm learning. You got to give me a break here because I'll figure it out. But this is my first time of this and that. Well, that was LeBron's first time. And I don't remember him making any excuses about I'm just too young because he was a man-child. When he walked in the door at 18 in Sacramento for that first game, I said, he can play. He belongs. He is that guy. He is soon to be the face of not only that franchise, but this league. And LeBron never looked back.
Skip, the problem was LeBron didn't know any better. He didn't know he wasn't supposed to have his team in the NBA Finals at 22 years of age. He just didn't know. He's like, yeah, I could, like you said, the time he stepped on the floor against Sacramento, he's like, I should have been here. What took me so long? I should have been here at like 17, 18.
Okay, and yet he did have Chosen One tattooed on his back coming out of high school. So he's saying, he adopted or maybe stole Jordan's powder toss, and he wore 23. So he's saying, I got next. I have arrived. I am the next MJ, and here we went. And for the most part, he started to back that up. So again, I honor LeBron today by saying, I never heard boo from him about